There's little else that demonstrates a video game's potential than its demo. As a glimpse into the eventual finished product, a game demo expresses what makes the future release unique. I, for one, barely play any demos, typically staying inside my comfort zone of the same handful of games and genres. However, when I started streaming again, I wanted to expand out of this with fan games, new releases, and demos, such as Karaneko, Rematch, or Am I Nima? A game that wasn't on my radar as much as the others, but ended up having one of the coolest game mechanics and cohesive stories I've seen in a while. And from what was shown in the full release trailer, this demo barely scratches the surface. I am Nima. Steam is telling me that this game is like Hollow Knight, which I see a lot of similarities already, but I'm wondering how truthful that is. This game is about trying to show your mom that you are her daughter, I suppose. I don't know if it's about dementia or abuse or anything. Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. The perfect undulating prison for you to spend eternity. An irritating yet familiar voice scratches at your brain and you find yourself violently awoken by a mysterious figure. It worked. You're breathing. The air is cold and stagnant. The walls that surround you provide the room with a distant lack of natural light. There's a man staring at you from the right. It's Toothless. How to Train Your Dragon. You are underground. So I feel like I've been kidnapped already. Sir, you are not hot enough to kidnap me. I love when people make that argument. One of my roommate's friends is always like, I really need a hot man to kidnap me. I'm gonna go out at 3 a.m. and I'm gonna search for that man. Very truthful though. Not very truthful. What am I saying? Is that a brain? It looks like a brain, doesn't it? I think so. What I think happens from what I saw in the trailer, I think little words pop up in this brain and we have to put the words together or something. You are underground. Dozens of boxes overflowing with trinkets bring a strange sense of comfort. That comfort dissipates as you realize you're tied to the chair you're sitting in. A bungee cord holds your head up. So we have been kidnapped. The stranger stands across the room, hesitating to approach. Ooh, this is cool. Oh, is this gonna be a puzzle game with your brain? And you're like putting the pieces together? Oh, that's cool. I like that. I do like that. Mima, is that you? Is this our mom? Words in your brain can be connected to unlock new words. Mom. Oh, I thought we were gonna incorrectly say that the stranger was Nima, but all words are stored in your library after they're unlocked. Okay, so can I put like a second? Oh, I have two moms. My moms are dating. Who is Nima? Am I Nima? Just tell her whatever she wants to hear. Okay. Mom. Oh, and then I can make myself say, that's cool. I like that. You're making your own dialogue options. Mom, what's going on? Wait, yes, it's all coming back to you now. You are Nima Lee, and this is your mother, Annabelle Lee. Mom breathes a sigh of relief and smiles. Oh, thank God, I thought I'd lost you. She excitedly steps forward, but stops herself just short of throwing her arms around you in an embrace. She pauses. She hates you. Lost me? Mom shudders. Let me bring you some food first. You must be starving. Mom exits the banquet. Ah, what's happening? Excitedly clambering her way up the stairs. I hope she trips and cracks her skull. Ooh. Is that my inner conscious? That's freaky. Huh. Thanks, Mom. I like this art style. This is cool. I like this a lot. A sopping wet bowl of slop is gently presented to you. This is the type of shit that you get on Fridays in prison. This game seems awesome, actually. And this is just a demo, but this is such a cool concept. I really like this. The odor, reminiscent of wet dog and dirty socks, two things I'm quite familiar with, is masked by overwhelming amounts of soy sauce. Your nose begins to shrivel like a worm left out in the sun. What a visual. Mom unties your hands but leaves your waist and head fastened to the chair. With some effort, you can now eat your gruel. She places a small dull spoon in your now free hand. Am I able to still speak? Or can I only speak when... Whoa! I just got a whole bunch of new words. Okay. She's even uglier up close. Ooh. This back and forth between what you're actually saying and then what we're thinking, I suppose is what this is. That contrast is so grueling. It's just breaking down our thoughts in such a way that is so jarring that it gives me such excitement for like, ooh, what the hell is this game gonna throw at me. What does loving family make? Ooh. I'm doing a lot of things. Okay, dad and grief make sad. So I suppose the dad is dead? And me and dad make sad. The dad must be dead. Whoa, lonely and Nima makes mom. Is that what that did? Whoa, what the fuck is happening? There's so much going on. This is cool because you're almost deconstructing the story simply by these words. I'm understanding that the dad is not in the picture anymore. I'm assuming he's dead. The mom did something to the dad trust. Yeah, that could be the case. There's obviously fear. If I put fear together with mom, makes us lonely. So maybe she did do something to the dad and now we're lonely and we don't have her anymore. We have an obvious disgust and hatred towards her. I really enjoy this dissection that you can do with this game. Love and isolation make mom. Ooh. Mom and isolation makes dad. What the fuck? Okay, I need to just continue. Okay, Nima, before we eat, we need to have a little talk. There was an accident. Your memories may have been affected, and I want to ensure you're okay before everything goes back to normal. What did you do to me? You're going to be living and sleeping in the basement for now. Tied to a chair. You're tied up for your own safety. If you fall unconscious, I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. Just follow her rules and then we'll be free. We'll be free. Is there some third entity speaking to me? Oh, this is so weird. You're not a prisoner. This is just a controlled environment for you to heal in, okay? You look at the bowl of food and back up at her. You try to nod, but your head just bounces into your binds. Boing. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be bringing you items. I want you to think of how these items make you feel, if they bring back any memories. For now, let's start with something simple as an example. She takes the bowl of gruel and pushes it towards you. I mean, this makes sense because if we've had some sort of accident that has messed up with our brain, it makes a lot of sense that this game is based around us piecing together these items and then using that as the basis of how the mom is interacting with us too. And the way that us down here, us as Nima, just staring with such a flat affect while the mom stares daggers into us. Ugh. What does this kongi make you think of? You can start to eat while you talk if you like. Makes me hungry. Kongi, hungry is disgust. So we don't like this. This is disgusting, mother. You cook it for me every night and I hate it. Food and hungry makes me happy. What about happy mom? Work. We're only happy when mom's at work. You hesitate looking down at the bowl and back at her. Although she claims there are no wrong answers, you know that is not true. She is looking for a specific response. That's so cool. Us talking about pride is going to say that we're better than her. Oh, this game makes me happy. Got a big smile on my face. What about if I talk about dad? Family dinners. This is dark. Oh, that just put a knot in my stomach. The sight of the fish bones makes your chest tighten, but you don't know why. The feeling comes without any specific memories. There's just a fish-shaped hole in your heart. My dad was a fish. My mom dated a fish. That's why we're so angry. We went back in the evolution. She fucked a fish. That's why we only go up to our arms and our shoulders in this image. It's because the bottom half of us is just a fishtail. Oh, don't cry. It's just Kongi. This is the most I've seen her face change so far. Go on, take a bite. Kongi? That's Kongi. Yes, this is Kongi. What is Kongi? It's rice, oats, fish, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and chives, I think. I got it from the herb garden. Also, rum. The fish looked a bit old. I don't think that's what Kongi is. Well, it's a bit untraditional, but it's what I had on hand. Do you want to eat it? I want to hear about the family dinners. What do we have to say about that? Do we have anything to say about that? Oh, okay. It just blank, and I was scared that something was about to happen that I didn't want to hear. Reminds me of family dinners. Your mother perks up at this. Oh, good. That would have been a long time ago, but that's a good sign you have some long-term memories. Am I hungry, though? Gruel, a fantastic source of nutrients, high in protein, fats, and minerals. The perfect feast for any growing boy or girl. Before you know it, you find yourself shoveling mouthful after mouthful of lumpy Kongi down your gullet. Delicious! You barely notice the crunchy, calcium-packed fish bones cutting into your gums. I don't like her face. Something about her face is telling me that there's something wrong. Like, that I'm, like, bleeding way too much or something. Like, this face is scaring the shit out of me. You can feel your stomach distending in your body, an uncomfortable weight that only succeeds in making you hungrier. Easy there, champ. Mom grimaces, disgusted by your enthusiasm, and she yanks the bowl away from you almost as fast as you set it down. You really were hungry. Yeah, because you probably didn't feed me for days. You have me tied down in a goddamn basement, Mom. You probably haven't fed me. And look at the slop you're feeding me. And I'm talking about being a better chef than you at like my age. You usually hate my cooking. Can I have more? I think you've had enough for now, dear. Mom sets the bowl aside and lets out a long sigh. She stares at you intently, preparing for something. How much of the accident do you remember? You shake your head. Some things just come to you, but as far as you're concerned, everything that happened before you woke up in this basement feels like a dream. So I was wondering if all the different options that we got, because what was the option that made us actually eat it? It was being hungry, right? So I was interested if we were gonna have to go through every single combination and outcome, but I do enjoy that there is parts that you can skip. Now we do have a new option of pain. And I kind of want to see what that combined with the parents is. Pain with the dad is just grief. We've already had grief before. It makes sense. Pain with the mom is Nima. Ooh. Apparently feeding us fish bones? Feeding us fish bones is not very helpful. You were swimming. You hit your head. I was swimming. You're lucky I was able to rescue you. You clutch your head as a bolt of pain travels from the top of your cranium down your spine. Likely story. Blood and rock. Nah, our mom absolutely hit our head with the rock. There's no way. Pain and river. Now what if I put rock to mom? Hello. Fossil. What? Fossil. I also really enjoy this visual because it feels a lot like the subconscious. The subconscious is just always holding so much inside, whether you know it or not. And then once we're allowed to speak, we bring those words forward. It's very much how our brain works in the subconscious, is we always have some kind of neural network going on. And then when we try to actually think consciously, that's how we bring words to the forefront of our brain. Or often not even when you do. That's why at like 3 a.m. or right as you're going to bed, let's say at 11 p.m., that's when all your most interesting and creative thoughts come. It's because that's the time when you have nothing else distracting you to allow those words to come up. So time and tears. Ooh, depression. What if I fix depression? Antidepressants. Depressions? So are we on antidepressants? So we must be a really depressed kid. No shit, if our mom is feeding us fish bones, that's gonna make our gums bleed. A memory surges to you. You recall looking up at your mother's stony face. In her hand, she clutches a sharp, small knife designed to cut through flesh and organs. So is the rock not what she uses? Your mother looks worried as she reaches out to console you. We're gonna pull back for sure. Yeah, you recoil away. I was looking for what word it was. Maybe we should talk about this later. Tomorrow, the real tests will begin. You pass those and you'll be free to leave the basement and everything can return to normal. So for what I'm understanding, you're a doctor of some kind. If you have knives to cut through flesh and organs specifically, I'm so certain you're a surgeon. The fact that you're holding us down in this basement and you understand so much about our mental processes, you are guaranteed to be a doctor. There's no way. How am I supposed to pass if I can barely remember anything? I suppose it's only fair if you have a fair chance. If you have a chance to ask some questions in return. Choose your next words carefully. Ooh. What do you want to know? You cooked that? You know what? The Kongi. Hold on. Let's see what's going on here. We can ask Kongi. We can ask about the bully. What would Stranger bring? Ugh. That made me want to throw up. The fact that we still don't even know if it's our mom. I didn't even think about that. Holy shit. Where's dad? I'm most curious about the dad, though. Where's dad? Your mother looks down at her hands. Dad's not here. What do you remember about him? You search from your mind for anything that you can recall about your father. Okay, looks like we're gonna get some new stuff here. The memory that returns isn't an event or a story, but a smell. He smells like fish. He's a fucking fish. I told you, she married a goddamn fish. We are half fish. Once we pan down and we see our full character, we're gonna have a fish tail. Unless if he's just a fisherman. This game feels like it might have some replay value. Oh, absolutely. Your eyelids are going heavy. You're running out of energy. I've been awake for like 10 minutes. There's no way I'm falling asleep already. Let's ask if she's really our mom. Are you actually my mom? She looks to be unsure if she should be exasperated or concerned. Yes, Nima, I am actually your mother. You could be pretending. My mother isn't all there right now. My name is Annabelle Lee. I'm from Vancouver. I work as a paleontologist. I've written several books. Huh. See, what is so interesting about this game, what's so intriguing is that we're making these connections. Like, let's say she just told us that she's a paleontologist, right? So if we put mom and paleontologist together, it's going to give us work. If we put work and mom together, it's going to give us paleontologist. It's our brains telling us, okay, our mom is Annabelle Lee, and she, for work, is a paleontologist. But this could be fake information, brand new connections that we're making. This doesn't necessarily mean that this is the truth that we know from the past, which could lead to such good twists and turns in the story. And I think that that is such a fantastic tee up for all this. Does that check out? Yes, that seems mother-like. That seems mother-like. Yes, I do believe my mom would be down in the dirt as a paleontologist. I wonder if all mothers are also scientists. They are. My mom is a vet. Nina, sweetie, don't you think it's time to go to bed? No, let me ask one more question, please. I just have one more question. This game can hear me. I swear this game can hear me. I think it's time I say the big one. I remember you hurt me. Oh, mom flinches. You can tell you struck a nerve. She begins to tremble. Nima, honey. I know I'm not always present, but I would never. You have a second memory come to you. You are trapped in an abyss, eyes shut and disconnected from your brain. So we're underwater right now. You can feel your mother holding your hand. Dark abyss, clearly underwater without being able to see. But it is her holding our hand, her holding us underwater? Or is that her bringing us back up? Sorry, Mom. I'm confused. There's something about our subconscious telling us that she is a bad. The question is that us just being a kid and hating our mom, or has she seriously done something wrong? Well, she has us trapped in a chair. She's tied us down to a chair. Of course there's something wrong, but is she the cause of our accident is what I'm trying to get at. Mom relaxes a little, although she doesn't let go of the barb you stuck her in. Lately I've been prioritizing my work over you, and that's not fair. It'll be different now, I promise. Oh, as a paleontologist, she has the rock, right? And it was a fossil. Our dad has something to do with fish, some kind of fisherman of some sort, I assume. Or he literally is a fish. That's my working theory. And our mom, as a paleontologist, was holding a fossil that she hit on our head to cause us to bleed. Then we fell in the river and we felt darkness. And our memory serves that she was holding our hand. So maybe she was bringing us back up. Then after she pulled us back out, she felt so bad that she could not go to an actual doctor. As a result, she's tied us down here and is trying to make herself feel better by helping us instead of bringing us to an actual professional. That doesn't mean I've ever actively wanted to hurt you, but I can't deny that you've been hurt because I've not been there for you when you needed me. The pain surging through your brain terminates with a sudden pull of a plug. Your eyes cut to blindness, and then you feel your body fall forward to be caught by the ropes fastening you to the chair. Ooh, so we passed out. You flicker in and out of consciousness as rogue bolts of electricity wiggle in your neurons. Are we in an electric chair? Mom hums a familiar song. A pair of tender arms bear the full weight of your malnourished and sickly form. You are lowered onto a lumpy mattress, tucked in routinely and without indulgence. Whoever carried you here was hesitant to do so. Ooh, so as soon as we called her out on killing us, she was like, I don't know if I want to put you to bed anymore, kid. Her acts of mothership seem little more than a performance. Despite that, you feel a gentle hand lovingly caress the side of your face, and once again, the world goes dark. I have a feeling that the mother is not as bad as she's being made out to be. I think our brain is associating her with the events that transpired, and as a result, we're directly connecting her to bad events, so we're saying, oh, she must be bad. But I think that she is bad for what she's doing here, clearly, by tying us down and everything, but I do think that she is not the cause. It would be too obvious. Whoa. What the... What? Did she implant a fossil in our brain? What? My head hurts. This is my room. I barely remember it. What? There's so much to click on. Oh, whale. What's he so happy? Yeah, fuck. Pisses me. Yeah, me too, buddy. What's this guy got to be happy about? So, okay, this has broken my theory about her being a fish, which is kind of disappointing. Whoa. He works at an aquarium. Oh. I was his child, and I was her child. You know, that is how being a child works. In this kingdom by the sea. Aquarium, yeah. Oh, whoa. Okay, everybody calm down. Can we... Oh. What the fuck just happened? I put something together about her dad being... Who the fuck is James Pond? Who the fuck? I'm just trying to put these goddamn words out of my inventory. I think something about her dad working at the aquarium caused us to understand... He's a marine biologist. So something about an obsession here. And we can put... Why is the music fading out? We can put the obsession in our brain. And I assume that that's going to bring some kind of memory back. So we had... Whoa. Plush. A shark plush. Oh, and we were happy when we went to the aquarium. So we obviously love our dad. I mean, look how giddy we are here. We obviously love our dad a lot more. Oh, and I see the shark plush that we're talking about. That makes sense. So our dad was a marine biologist working at a aquarium. Oh my God, did she push us into the aquarium? Is that why we were swimming? No, but it said a river. Let's see what this does. It's like a VHS tape. Whoa, you recall a day in the summer that could have been any day. You were alone in the baking heat of your house waiting for your mother to return. The AC broke at some point. Now you hide from the light, drawing all the curtains tight. And just with your might, you might be ready for the fight. And whoa! I'm like moving around to see shit. Okay, we're holding something there. We have some hands up at like an aquarium. We're looking at, what is that? Oh, it's little fossil. Oh! Drawing all the curtains tight and clutching a small whirring fan in your hand. In the darkness and heat, you shuffle around like a glow. Oh my God, I'm stuck in a loop. A ghost cleaning dishes over and over just for something to pass the time. You wet your hands in lukewarm water, then stick them to the back of the freezer. Most of all, you wonder what you did wrong. What did you do to deserve this loneliness? You didn't do anything to deserve any loneliness. You deserve to be happy and with people that you like. Suddenly you hear your doorbell and you half slide, half run your way to the door. At the door instead of your mother, you find Pearl. From Steven Universe. Hello? She smiles at you and offers you a bag filled with sports drink, cold food, and ice cream. Behind her sits Amethyst and Garnet. Hello, Nima. I brought some things for you and your mother. You were sad to tell the retirement home you couldn't work there anymore. Your mother needed your help more. Now you had... Why do I have all these jobs at like 12 years old? We must be in the literal dirt if I got to be working all these jobs. No, my mom's a paleontologist and my dad is a marine biologist. There's no way that we're not like at least well enough off that I don't need to work at all these places. Now you and Pearl had your roles switched. She started looking after you instead of the other way around. So is Pearl our sister or something? It was strange considering she was nowhere near your age, but you wondered if this is what it was like to have a friend. Thanks, Pearl. You greedily took the bag from her and extracted a package of cold peas. You balanced them on the top of your head to relieve the baking sensation on your brain. I was that type of person. I would always become friends with a lot of my dad's friends who were like more 30s age just because they worked with them, and I was like, these people are cool. Is your mother home? Mother home? She's at work right now. You're not with her? I thought you were her lab assistant. I am. She comes back here once in a while and I give her a new lunchbox and a change of fresh clothes. That does not sound like a lab assistant. That just sounds like a lackey. You just hand off supplies and she leaves? I thought she was taking you up the mountain. The mountain? Yeah, but that was before she knocked me in a river with a rock and killed my dad. The image of the shale fossil, so this, still lingered in your mind. So these two images obviously have to do something with the story. So this is some kind of fossil that we found. And we're putting our hands up for something. I'm not sure what though. It looks like an aquarium to me. This looks like we're under, or is this under, is this us underwater, like drowning, you know? The day you found it, you were so happy you couldn't get yourself to stop smiling. So maybe we found that fossil and then we fell into a river. Ugh, I don't know. And when you looked down, you swore you could see the fossils smiling back. You stopped yourself. She already took me. Nothing interesting happened. Just saw a bunch of rocks. Oh, really? Nothing interesting at all? You shake your head vigorously. You can't risk upsetting your mother any more than you already have. Fine, but if you ever feel like gossiping, old Pearl's always here to listen. You remember that she got up in the middle of a game and went over and kicked your AC. You were horrified, but somehow that fixed it. Came sputtering back to life. That's just like me. If you guys ever see me passed out, just you give me a little kick and I'm just gonna rock it back up to life. I guess it depends where you kick me. You were able to turn the lights back on. More than that, you were able to run the oven without heat spilling out to bake the whole room. So, okay, it's so fucking cold in my house right now. And I was telling Junie this earlier because we were in a call. And I was saying how I learned that we actually have a heater in our house. But every single time you turn it on, it smoked so bad. I thought the house was on fire because I didn't know we had a heater. So we don't ever use the heater because it sucks ass. But then I learned, I was like, why is it still so cold? And I went to my roommate's room. He just has his window like fully open. Well, it's like below 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And I was like, are you crazy? And he's like, yeah, well, I have a jacket on, as he's wearing shorts and has his jacket zipped open. I'm like, I'm wearing pants. My jacket is zipped up and I still have to put my feet in my slippers just to keep warm. I used to be the kid that would wear shorts outside in the rain. What happened to me? Where did I go so wrong? For a moment, she freed you from the heat and the isolation. If only she were here to save you now. Is everybody in the story just dead? Oh, what'd that say? As you approach the door, you hear, that's a chainsaw man right there. Don't open the door, Denji. So what caused us to get obsession? There was something on that trip that we took with our mom up to the mountain, I guess, to find fossils that she doesn't want us talking about. Even to Pearl, who seems to be our only friend here. Are we able to confine obsession with anything? Or is that kind of like, oh, swim team trophy. Whoa, okay. So we were on the swim team. Oh my God, I can't say that word. So we were good enough on the swim team. So no, I must have gotten knocked out into the river. There's no way if I am a trophied swim team champion, world's best as they say, there's no way I'm just falling in the river and dying. A child drawing. It vaguely remembers a quite fit. Why are you saying a child's drawing like this is not your own drawing? This is so clearly your drawing. So we have a pet fish who is named James Pond. We have found who James Pond is. Whoa. Wait, depression and torture makes life. That is fucking dark. Okay, this is what my dad looked like. I remember him. What is the memory of our dad? Happy. That's sweet. I'm gonna keep that in my brain. I like that. Seems lonely. She needs a friend. Who the fuck is Tomato Boy? Envy and pain is disappointing. Disappointment and swimming gives us drowning. Yeah, I would be pretty disappointed if I was drowning while swimming. That is very fair. What does mom and disappointment give us? Hospital. Is she too prideful to go to the hospital? Is that what that's saying? Because obviously she's keeping us in here instead of taking us to a hospital, which we clearly need. Hospital and guilt. What? See, I'm trying not... Okay, I'm thinking of this too omnisciently. Like, I'm thinking of it where it's not our character thinking about it. I'm like, okay, so the mom thinks of us as the guilty... Like, it's obviously coming from her perspective. So I really have to keep that in mind. Milk, rice, coffee, tomatoes. I wonder if mom had time to pick up groceries while I was gone. Doesn't seem like it. No, she gave us fish bone stew. Help mom file taxes. Girl, how old are you? Why are you doing all this adult stuff? This is so depressing. Save the whales. It is beautiful when a whale dies. They host an entire ecosystem. Really? Is that what a whale carcass does? Is literally provide an ecosystem? I mean, I guess it makes sense. If anything, torture fish experiment. What? If I'm hungry with the experiment, I got sashimi. Sashimi dream is torture? What? Okay, you're getting too silly here, Nima. My old locker, I can't remember the password. Nima. Forgotten. What is this? You can click the fucking individual books. I'm overwhelmed. I think it's also interesting how squiggly these lines are. Why are they drawn so squiggly over these books? These fish are trapped in a fake world. There's so much just imagery about us being trapped, water, us drowning in water, our dad working as a marine biologist at the aquarium, and then we have a lot of trapped about being trapped in a fossil, and our mom being an archaeologist, and us being trapped at home, being unable to go anywhere. Everything connects so nicely. The world builder and writer of this is genuinely so good. What is our mom's age? Old. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm a pretty strong swimmer. Well, apparently not. You fucking almost drowned. Come on now, come on. Let's see. We only have 2 more to go. Should I knock for mom? No. I want to see what this door is first. The bathroom is locked. Hold on. This is our own room. So we have our own bathroom. Why is our own bathroom locked? Is somebody has to either be in there, or the mom has to go in, lock the door to prevent us from going. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. We don't even have locks on the doors. They're just blank. I should knock for mom, though. I think that this is the way to progress to the next thing. Are you awake? Yes. Why is that angle so freaky? You hear her undo a series of deadbolts, opening the door only a crack for it to be caught by the chain lock and held nearly closed. She studies you. She closes the door. You hear her undo the last chain and open the door again. You didn't clean yourself up. The bathroom door was locked. Her cold demeanor thaws for a moment. Shit. She pounds her head with the palm of her hand. She gestures you for you to go sit at the table while she retreats into your room and unlocks the bathroom. Oh, you hesitate, weighing the risk of trapping your mother in your prison. She returns quickly and efficiently. Your bathroom is unlocked. She doesn't take note of you, passing by to ascend the stairs in a staccato of thumps and exits the basement. You fidget in your chair, wondering if you did something to upset her. She does seem kind of pissed, doesn't she now? She's not buying it. Whatever this second voice inside my brain is fucking fire. I love this thing. She returns trundling clumsily down the stairs. She holds the railing to keep herself steady. In her other hand, she carries a large tote bag, bulging with concealed items. She calms down a bit and smiles placidly at you. Disgusting. She's wearing the same clothes from yesterday. She's probably depressed, dude. Her daughter is in a terrible state where she can't even remember anything of her past. Are you feeling any pain? Yesterday, our conversation ended rather abruptly. Your vitals are stable, and you seem to have made a full recovery. Yes, I'm feeling well. She flips up a notebook and makes note of that response. Are you a paleontologist or are you a psychiatrist? Pick your lane. You're going to do better today, right? Today is going to be a little different from yesterday. With me, I have some items. All you need to do is tell me how they make you feel. Can you do that for me? Huh. See, what the bedroom section was telling us a bunch of metaphors and allegories for what our real life is about. Being trapped in the aquarium, being trapped in fossils. It's like us being trapped in here. It's a lot of the same thing. And the one thing that stood out to me most was the experiment on a fish. Someone did some kind of experiment on a fish, and I feel like that's exactly what she's doing with me, is that she's experimenting with me. She places a plushie of a shark upon the table in front of you. For some reason, it invokes unfamiliar feelings within. This is the plush that we were holding with the picture with the dad. Nostalgia, sorrow, and most intriguingly, love. Or is there anything this reminds you of? What happened to nostalgia, sorrow, and love? Give me those. Shark. Soft and dangerous. I like shark. That's a great white shark, the apex predator of the deep. Did you know that they can have up to 300 teeth and reach 6 meters in length? I'm serious. Mom lets out a tired sigh. I've upset her in the first question she's asked. Hell yeah. Yes, Nima, I know. Do you also know that as a species, some sharks have been dated to have existed 450 million years ago? Imagine being 450 million years old. Don't have to imagine, Nima. I'm living it today. Nerd. What the fuck? Oh, that's why the game is called Am I Nima? We're not Nima. We are some third entity in this relationship that is controlling Nima. And Nima is this little nerdy swimmer who loves her dad and doesn't really like her mom that much because her mom is busy and doesn't really care for her as much. And now her mom is paying way too much attention to her. And we are some kind of parasite in her brain that's making her think all these really dark and devious things. Okay, hold on. Let me... Lonely, love, tearing up, run. Huh, that's freaky. I hate how this is like big old teeth. That doesn't even look like that looks like a dog nose. What? I want to see what run. Your body seizes up. The very sight of this hideous beast activates your fight or flight response. Kill it. You want to escape this vile basement and never look back. Are we talking... Oh, are we talking about killing the shark, or are we talking about killing the mother? Is there something about your shark that you're not telling me? Any unpleasant memories? I'm not sure. Can we just move on for now, please? Okay. Used to love this shark. What happened? This game is messing me up, dude. I don't like this, but I really like this. Let's move on to something else. She pulls out a chunk of rock with a strange formation entombed onto its surface. There's a prismatic glow to the rock. An opalized skeleton frozen in time and then cracked open like an egg. It's the fucking fossil. This is the fossil that was in our brain. I forgot that even happened. They showed like a big thing where there was a fossil inside our brain. What does this remind you of? Your work. Oh. A rock. It reminds me of a rock. That's just a rock. It's not just a rock. You put my whole work down. It's an important rock. Why do you think it's important? A rumble in the basin and mud raining down from the sky. Then a sudden blanket of earth pulls you across from somewhere beyond your vision. You're pretty sure that's what it would be like to be buried alive. I don't know. Let's ask Mr. Beast, huh? You have a memory of being at the top of the stairs to the basement, peeking down at your mother while she toiled away down here in her lab. She was looking at this rock, spending all her time with it, as if it had enchanted her. She wouldn't let you see what she was working on. Every time you interrupted, she'd tell you to firmly leave. This is the topic of her next research study, a study she has been working on at night and day for most of the summer. You spent the whole summer with that fossil. Time just got away from me. The memories are all tinged with loneliness and guilt. Your mother had called you her lab assistant. All you did was cook and clean. That's what I'm saying. She had us do jack all. She, took us away from working at a retirement home, and she took us away from the stability and the social and being out of the house with the promise of, like, working together, and instead she just left. Back then you told yourself you did all the work for love, but now you can't help but feel indignant. It was kind of a waste of time sitting down here in the dark while the summer passes. You touched a nerve with that. She reacts by balling her fists. A steel veil crosses over her eyes. You spoiled brat. You can play and do nothing all summer. Maybe to you this looks like I'm wasting my time, but all this work I've done was so that we can fix our family. That touched a nerve and a half. You shouldn't have said that. Why not? It's the truth. You know what? I did my damnedest. My genuine damnedest to try not to protect you, but to try to give you the benefit of the doubt. And you lost me with that. That is the most immature response you could have given. Play, you didn't let me go outside. I felt like I was in a prison. You had to learn your lesson. What lesson? You really shouldn't have said that. I don't think we should continue talking about this. I want to focus on happy memories today. You are my good and happy daughter, Nima. Not everything can always be peachy, and your kid is not always going to be perfect all the time. And it's better that they're not, instead of just pretending that they are. She speaks as if she's reminding herself who you are, but the tone is clearly suggesting that you've begun to wander off the script she set out for you. What lesson, Mom? Don't get all righteous with me, as if it's my fault that we ended up like this. You're the one who betrayed my trust. You're the one who put this entire experiment in jeopardy. I knew it was a goddamn experiment. I was ready to forgive you for us to go back to the way things were, but it seems you're too spiteful to move on. You're not Nima. Nima would never act like this. Nima would never question me like this. That's it, it's time for bed. I just think you don't know your complicit daughter is sick of being your complicit daughter. Your mother grits her teeth to hold herself back from speaking further. Gruffly, she picks you up by the arms and hauls you back to your room. She deposits you across the threshold of the door and then quickly closes the door behind you. You hear her voice muttering something about controlled stimulus as she stomps away from the door and begins ascending the stairs out of the basement. Oh my god. She's doing an experiment on us where she put a fossil in our brain, and that fossil is a parasite, and that parasite is what keeps speaking to us and talking about how terrible she is. That's crazy! This thing that's talking like this right now, that's a parasite that she put in our brain as an experiment, and she thinks it's supposed to be doing good things for us, like giving us good thoughts, but it's doing the exact opposite. That's awesome. I love that. You messed up. Pushed her button too much. She doesn't love you anymore. You banish the errant thought from your mind. After the interrogation today, you want nothing else but comfort from the bed. You find yourself awake in bed. There are heavy weights on your arms. You try to wiggle and your arms push against a series of tight ropes that bind you still. I told you, she doesn't like failure. Your mother enters the room wiping a small steel pick with an antiseptic tissue. You're awake? You try to scream, but you discover your mouth is gagged. That's fine. You will need it. She leans over you, placing her knee on your stomach to pin you and gripping your face with a clawed hand. The pick inches closer to your eye. Don't blame yourself. It's my fault, really. Something must have went wrong with the procedure for you to come out like this. She begins to caress your cheek, her hands still trembling. Her hands are trembling ever so slightly, but that's okay. No. Oh. There's always next time. You feel the blade scrape past your socket and push out into the nerves of your brain. Your life terminates with a pop as she severs your brain in half. Suddenly it's dark. What's happening? This is a demo? Hello? Dark, cold, endless, and utterly serene. You spend an eternity in this darkness until a familiar voice. I swear to God, if we wake up in the same chair and she's asking us the same questions. Nima, is that you? What? So, I'm gonna just replay like the first like 2 minutes. I just want to see stuff. So this is our brain coming back to life, I assume. Nima? And that's her asking it after we woke up. It starts the same way? That's so cool. That's so cool. Maybe she was giving off more red flags than I thought. Bah. Bah. She sounds like a sheep. So then what is the brain voice? Is that our past memories coming back? Like, are we remembering everything that's happening? Do you think that all roads lead to Rome? Do you think that no matter what I do, it'll always end up with her stabbing me in the eye? I think it's the isopod parasite thing, because the isopod was scared of the shark. Oh, there was an accident where the dad and Nima died. So she put a parasite in our brain to try to revive us. And she's trying to see if it's actually acting like her daughter or if it's acting like a parasite. And the parasite is acting like a parasite. It's like those horror movies where the robot is pretending to be like a human. The robot is only answering the questions correctly to get what they want and then to escape. But then Nima, I suppose because she got revived, is taking matters into her own hands. I got hurt while swimming. I'm going to go through some new dialogue options, and then I also want to open the safe, too. I want to read what's in the safe. You went swimming by yourself and hit your head on a rock. I told you not to go because the current was strong, but you didn't listen as usual. As usual. Dude, she blaming your kid on getting themselves hurt. It's like, I hate everything. You are so manipulative and toxic. You were lucky I found you when I did. Really? Yeah. Her voice is tinged with regret. She's lying to you. Yeah. No shit. Parasite? Did I die? Did I die in the accident? No. You were in a coma. Let's not worry about that right now, okay? So we're not dead, but we're in a coma. And she took us out of that coma with the... Oh! And it was saying that she felt guilty about bringing you to a hospital or something like that. Maybe she... took us out of the hospital, and so she feels guilty about that or something. Pain surging through your brain terminates with a sudden pull of the plug. Your eyes cut to blindness, and you feel your body fall forward to be caught by the ropes. Is there... There could always be somebody behind me. Like, I can't see what's behind me. There could be somebody behind me. I don't know if there's some kind of robotics hooked up to me, but I could also just, literally have someone pull out the parasite. It also is interesting that it says whoever carried you here was hesitant to do so. Like, it's not the mom who did it. All right. The passcode... Okay, everybody. Let's calm down. The passcode was said to be pawned. Ah, there we go. Wow, it opened. Who the hell is this guy? Is that my boyfriend? Or did I just imagine that he was? This just looks like a trading card. Do not read. Nima. Do not trust the woman. Kill her. I think I might be a bad person. If you're a cop and you're reading this... Please, something. All mom does is fucking work. I don't even think I've seen her leave the basement this week. I get that her work is important, but I just wish that she would at least look at me. All she notices is her dumb old rocks. No wonder she got so pissed when we just called them rocks, because that's all she cares about. Now, is there anything this reminds you of? Yes, love. The trip. What is the trip? That's the toy Dad got me at the aquarium. So he doesn't work at it. God, I thought he worked at the aquarium, but it was all just a trap to just say that they went to an aquarium one time. to grab it. Or maybe he still goes, maybe he still works in an aquarium, but they just like visited one time. Can we go? Can we get tickets? It's not really a good time for that right now. You kind of have a big giant parasite coming out of your head. And people might be a little turned off by it. Oh man, promise me we'll go sometime, okay? Just like how we used to when Dad was still around. Memories of your father's embrace fill your mind. He's no longer with you, but the plushie still connects the two of you together. Maybe after we're all done here. Does that sound good? Yeah, okay. Mom lets out a melancholic chuckle. Ho, 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 ho. It's funny. You used to bring this thing everywhere with you. I remember you never let me take it from you, even to wash it. Your father used to say it was starting to look more like a catfish than a shark. He even considered buying a second one to switch out so he can clean it when you weren't looking. Hey! He never did, don't worry. After he'd passed, you were even more inseparable. The pauses for talking about him passing away is really intriguing to me. It's such a clear hesitation that it's a tough topic to talk about, and not because he's dead, because obviously that is tough to talk about, but it's more the fact that there's something weird surrounding it. You and Mom share a moment of nostalgic silence, reminiscing on the warmth of a face that fades more and more into memory every single day. Mom lovingly plants her hand on your cheek just like she planted the parasite in your brain. I'm just glad I didn't lose both of you. So I'm not gonna go with pain or loneliness. I'm gonna try to go for the good of it. So we want to go with love and happy, because I think that this thing is literally what's inside our brain right now. So it's obviously gonna feel familiar because it's literally just us. This is an old friend of yours, you're sure. There's a familiar feeling you can't shake, and that's most likely a hint. This is Todd. He used to work at the supermarket on Tuesdays. This is my pet rock, Rocky Lee. He's a treasured member of the family. You think I could possibly have forgotten about Rocky? Come on now. You don't have a pet rock. What? Are you just making up stuff to buy time, or do you not know what that is? What the fuck? An old friend. Huh. I don't think that's gonna get me where I want, though. Okay, where's the one I wanted to go for? I'm hungry. Stomach grumble, that's funny. Your stomach growls. Your mother eyes you and draws the fossil back out of your reach. I know I can't eat rocks. Your mother places the rock on the table but keeps it closer to her. It's quite precious to me. Do you know why? Let me think about it, huh? Something about Dad. Ooh, I think it has something to do with Dad. Mother shakes her head. I'm into rocks, he's into fish. That has always been our thing. Come on, this is like a cartoon where one person has to do something, the other person has to do the other, and there's no intersection between, okay? I'm known as the rock gal, and he's the fish guy. Why don't you just pick up the rock and smash her skull in? I'll see how into rocks she is after that. You know what, Parasite? I'm starting to like you, buddy. I found it. This is different. I found that fossil. I found it in Kicking Horse River. You were so happy when I gave it to you as a present. She looks pleased. Let's go. She reaches out and starts to run her fingers across the fossil. Okay, well, don't get freaky on me. Yes, I was. It surprised me because you usually don't find fossils like that underwater. It must have slid all the way down there from a mountain to end up there. You start to recall the day that you dived in. The clearness of the turquoise water made it easy to see the bottom. And she was so jealous of us that we were better, like how we said we were earlier, that she killed us. She's like, you can't be the one to find this rock. And then the rock comes in with Kevin Hart, and they're like, hey, I'm the rock. The rock that seemed to call you, your mom's carefree smile. It looks like it's broken through. Mother nods, not looking at the fossil. She already knew it was broken. I extracted the fossil after you gave it to me. Some of the imprints are still there, though. I feel like Mom isn't telling you everything. There was something special about this fossil when you found it. A reason you ran across the rocks to present it to her. Can I see it? No, not right now. I'm still studying it. That's okay. I can wait until you're ready. Until then, I'm happy to help you in any way I can. Cooking, taking care of the house, picking up after you. It's all fine so long as you achieve your dreams. This is what she thinks her daughter is like. Because she thinks her daughter is this super nice, super helpful kid who's just doing everything. But really, she just wants to do everything for her mom because her mom is super toxic and manipulative and she's forcing her into that. And she feels like she has no escape. What's that supposed to mean? Your mother called you her lab assistant. All you did to help her was cook and clean. It's not fair that I have to do all this work and I don't even know why. No! Stop! I'm trying to get in the bathroom! Do you think she's also going to do this for the dad? I have a feeling that she wants to do it for both of them, to revive the family. It's such a freaky angle. I love the art style, though. Such a great art style. Hell yeah. What is this? This is a cool title screen, too. The text is shaped like a fish of some sort. It's obvious that she feels trapped in her home. Very cool. I really, really like this game. I do wish that there were more endings to it. I know this is just the demo, but I did think I was gonna be able to go to the bathroom. Nina bathroom section. See, this is why I think there's a bathroom section. Like this is what I saw of the game. Like this is cool. See, all
You take the role of a girl.
Okay, yeah, you take the role of a girl, thank you. All of the videos are showing the bathroom section, but where does this section come from? Or is it just really not in the game and they're all using this as clickbait, which I could totally believe. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like you can. Maybe you were right, Junie. Maybe it is just a full game thing. It was definitely 10 times better than I expected. The concept of it was very cool. The storytelling of it, the entire story with the mom and the dad and the aquarium and the fossils, every single thing had some kind of metaphor or allegory that was tied into the room. And it was literally 3 different sections, 2 of the sections following basically the same thing, yet we're still different enough to be intriguing. That game did surprise me a lot. Even though it was a horror game, it felt more of a mystery thriller than a real horror game to me. The concept and the unique ways of playing for it were what really made it stand out. The way that you can connect things in your brain to make new words. I'm sure there were 100 words I didn't even know because I just kept creating new words after I'd already completed the game. I went back and there were new words like shark fin soup. It amazed me how many options there were and different paths you could take for a 45-minute game.